"Woman, I don't want to ever see you outside again." Shegun immediately pulled her inside and said to her. That was the very moment Funmi's nightmare began. Every morning, Shegun would go out and lock Funmi up in the house. Funmi knocked and knocked until neighbors broke the door lock. When Shegun got home, he was so furious and began to hit Funmi. She cried and screamed, but no one was there to help. Funmi tried to fight back, but there was no use. He was stronger than her. When he was through with her, he walked out of the house. The following day, they moved to a new home, a very large house with girls of different ages. Funmi turned and asked Shegun what they were doing there. Shegun said to her, "This is your workplace. Your job is the easiest," he said. "All you have to do is to cooperate with our customers." Funmi, still in confusion, asked for further explanation, but she didn't get any. She was given the biggest room in the building, and after some time, Shegun left without saying a word to her. Later that night, men of different sizes trooped in and out of the building. Funmi watched as they moved in and out of the rooms of the other ladies. She began to cry and cry until her eyes were swollen. The following morning, when Funmi was offered food to eat, she declined. When Shegun arrived, he was told how she's been crying and how she refused to eat anything. Immediately, he entered. He went straight to her room and shut the door. He threw her on the floor and began to beat her. She screamed for help, but all to no avail. He said hurtful words to her. She felt like the ground should open up and swallow her. He said, "I spent all my hard-earned money just to give you a huge wedding, the biggest wedding the town of Badagry had ever seen. Now you are mine and mine alone. I can do whatever I want to do with you. Now you will get up, get yourself cleaned up and eat something. My first customer will be here at 10:30 a.m. You better cooperate." She raised her head and looked up at him in tears and said, "What customer are you talking about? Are you trying to say that I should sell my body to men that I don't even know? Have you forgotten that we are married? As far as I'm concerned, I won't sleep with any man because I am a married woman." He became so angry and hit her to the ground and left the room. Funmi cried and cried until it was 10:26 a.m. She got up and went to get herself cleaned up. When the first man arrived, she felt like picking something to hit him. He stared at her for a long time and asked if she was new to the business. She looked at him and began to cry. He tried to calm her down, but she kept on crying. After some time, she stopped and he told her he would be back to check on her the following day. After he left the house, other men who had appointments came in to see her. Some of them were harsh, arrogant, and some were drug addicts who came to sleep with her. After her eighth customer left the room, she sat down and began to cry. She took a look at herself. She never imagined the situation for anyone, not even her enemies. She cried so much. Later that day, Shegun entered the house. This time, he came in with joy because his visa was approved. Shegun was not only into robbery, but also into human trafficking and drug trafficking. He danced slowly as he moved closer to Funmi. She was so annoyed when she saw him. She turned her face away, but he didn't mind her. Rather, he broke the news that he was traveling to Spain with her for their honeymoon. He told her he was sorry and that she was only helping him gather enough money for their trip. Of course, because of her love for him, she believed him. After he had left, she began to ask herself different questions until she laid her head down to sleep. The following day, As early as 7:30 a.m., she was already up from sleep. She got up and went to wash herself up in the bathroom. She came out, had her breakfast, but she wasn't ready for any customer. But she didn't have a choice. Her first customer came in with a smile on his face. He tried to build a relationship with her the previous day, but she kept on crying. But this time around, she seemed calm and he was happy about it. He engaged her in a conversation by asking her why she was crying. After she finished narrating her story to him, he asked her for her name and she told him. He also told her his name, which was Olayinka. She smiled. They both continued their conversation. Ola tried his best to let her understand he meant no harm. Olayinka was a police detective who was on a mission to find a young girl named Shola. Shola was kidnapped by Shegun, brought to their hideout few days to his wedding. The police officers have been looking for Shola for months now. "Please, Fumilayo, can you help me find her?" he said. But Funmi could not believe all that he had said. How can a man who paid my bride price and married me traditionally be a kidnapper, drug dealer, human trafficker, or even an armed robber? No, I can't believe it. He pleaded with her that no one should know about it. It should be a secret between the both of them. She agreed with him. 4 months had passed since Funmi last saw Shegun. Her face was pale, her body weak, and her spirit broken. Yet deep down she still carried a tiny flame of hope. Olayinka, the undercover detective, returned one morning. He whispered urgently to her, "Funmi, the police are ready. We strike tonight. Stay strong. Your nightmare will soon be over." Her heart pounded. She prayed silently that it wasn't another trick. That very night, the silence of the compound was shattered by the sound of boots and voices. "Police! Everybody, down!" The police officers shouted as they stormed the building. Men tried to escape, but they were quickly overpowered. Funmi froze in her room until Olayinka rushed in and pulled her to safety. Tears poured down her eyes as she realized she was free. Shegun was dragged out in handcuffs the next morning, thrashing and cursing. His eyes met Funmi's, not with love, but with hatred for being exposed. She looked at him one last time and whispered to herself, "Never again." The trafficked women, including Shola, were rescued. The compound of nightmares was shut down. Weeks later, Funmi found herself standing in a courtroom. Her hands trembled as she faced Shegun, the man she once dreamed of spending forever with, now stood accused of crimes too heavy to imagine. The judge's voice rang out, "Shegun Adewale, for the crimes of human trafficking, kidnapping, and organized crime. This court sentences you to life imprisonment." Shegun's head dropped. Funmi's heart felt heavy, not out of love, but from the weight of betrayal. When she returned home to Badagry, her parents wept as they embraced her. Their once joyful daughter was different now, scared by pain but alive. Her smile no longer shone as brightly, but in her eyes burned a new strength. Months passed and slowly Funmi began to heal. She joined hands with NGOs that fought human trafficking, standing before young girls in schools and markets to share her story. "I once thought love was enough," she would tell them, "but blind love can destroy you. Listen to your elders. Choose wisely. Protect yourselves." Her words carried power because they were born from her scars. Funmi had lost her innocence, but she found her voice, and is using that voice. She turned her worst nightmare into a weapon of hope for others.